6 a.m., feet hit the floor. Life is too short and time is too precious to waste. It's episode 4 here on STP 1440. It's a journey that we follow an average college kid, their weekly fix and flips, turning $0 into $1,000 profit by the end of the season. Welcome to my episode, and I hope you enjoy. Just to recap and get you up to speed, last week in week 3 we had a really easy washer flip. Turned out there was no parts needed, but after extensive diagnosis and testing, it just needed to be reset. So we turned that washer for $150. After that sale, I went and searched for a project for this week, and I found this broken set of Beats. And you can see here that the headset is pretty beat up, the strap is broken, the earmuffs are pretty beat, but it seemed like a good project, so I sent the guy an offer. He had him listed for a sale price of $25, which was too much for me. But given he had him on there for a few days, I knew I had some leverage, so I sent him an offer of $15, which after shipping and tax would make my total $24.18. A few hours later, I got a notification that the seller accepted your offer. So I had to go get some parts. So I got a factory replacement head strap off of Amazon and some earmuff replacements off of eBay. Now I just had to go pick up the parts whenever they arrived in the mail. 2 in the same day. Let's pick this one up. So we got the headphones and we got the parts, so I wanted to open up the headphone box to see what I was dealt. And this guy seriously packaged this box. It took me a good minute just to open this thing up. It's covered in tape, but after I cut it open, got the things out, checked them out, and the the strap was broken, thing was beat up, earmuffs were dirty, just like the listing described. But I turned them on and tested them, and both the earpieces worked just like he said. And that was the only thing I was really concerned about, because when you get dealing with electronics, it gets really tricky, and I didn't want to have to solder anything. So just a lot of mechanical issues, things I can easily fix, so this should be a really fun fix and flip. So I dove right to the teardown, and it's pretty straightforward. You just take 2 screws off where each earpiece hinges, slide the metal covering off, and then remove the head pad rubber piece. And then there is a plastic frame that unclicks from the headband, and then you can just take the headband off and replace it, and then just do everything in reverse. It's a pretty straightforward fix. The next thing I had to do was replace the ear pads, which I received in the mail the next day, and they're just glued on, so you just pull them off. I cleaned off the area with distilled alcohol to get all the extra glue off and have a nice surface to bond to, and then pop the new ones on, and just made sure they lined up good. There's a couple pins to help you, but it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Then I tried the earphones out, made sure the buttons worked, the Bluetooth worked, the volume adjustment worked, and played the music. It was pretty cool. And here's the final product. Those things came out awesome. I actually ended up selling those things on OfferUp for $130. So let's check out the finances for week 4. Alright, so this week broke down into the original Beats that were broken cost me $24.18, the replacement headband $22.98, and the replacement ear pads $4.74. That brings my total cost to $51.90. If we take the difference between that and my sale price of $130, I profited $78.10 for week 4. So moving into our total now, if we look at last week, we were left off at $335.49, but if we add in that new profit of this week, that brings our total to $413.59. Not too bad. Well, but bam! That was a fun episode. Those Beats came out awesome. The seller was really pleased, and the buyer, but I mean, the seller was pleased too. What can I say? But stay tuned for next week. I'm actually going to pick up next week's item today. Little hint, it's got something to do with wheels and motor. So yeah, we're getting big time up on STP 1440. But I want to leave you with a little quote from Tony Stark. He said, "No amount of money ever bought a second in time." So, 1,440 minutes in every day. Once that time is gone, you cannot get it back. So use it wisely. And until next week, STP 1440 out.